Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, February 5th. Here's what's happening. Border Czar Tom Homan says hundreds of federal agents are departing Minnesota as ICE operations continue. He said this comes as there has been significant progress made with Minnesota officials. Homan said coordination with local officials helps keep the community safe by keeping criminals off the street. Minnesota officials, including Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, have been vocal in their opposition to the operation. Operation Metro Surge began in December and has seen thousands detained and 2 civilians killed in shootings involving federal agents. The new Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, or New START, has expired. That's the agreement between the United States and Russia that limits the number of deployable nuclear weapons each country can have. The treaty was signed in 2011 by then U.S. President Barack Obama and then Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. President Donald Trump told the New York Times in January he would let the treaty lapse. USCCB President Archbishop Paul Coakley said in a statement on Tuesday, quote, "The dangers posed by current conflicts around the world, including the devastating war in Ukraine, make the forthcoming expiration of New START simply unacceptable." Pope Leo XIV, during his general audience yesterday, urged world leaders to implement a concrete and effective follow-up. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said a new agreement would have to include China as they continue to grow their nuclear stockpile. The Archdiocese of New York is accusing their insurance company, Chubb, of creating and maintaining a website known as the Church Accountability Project, which is aimed at pressuring the Archdiocese to drop its lawsuit against the insurance company. The allegation was made in a court filing at the end of January. Archived versions of the website implicitly criticize the Archdiocese for its legal actions against Chubb. The Archdiocese called the website, quote, a shadow campaign by an organization that the Archdiocese hired to defend itself. Chubb sued the Archdiocese in 2023 over an $859 million claim to settle more than 3,000 claims of sexual abuse against the Archdiocese. The Archdiocese countersued Chubb in 2024, alleging the insurance company was attempting to evade its obligations to settle covered claims. And a bill that would send protesters who interrupt religious proceedings to prison is moving forward in South Dakota. The bill passed through committee by a 7-4 vote and would make the disruption of services a Class 5 felony. It comes following an anti-ICE protest at a church service in Minneapolis last week that led to the arrest of journalist Don Lemon. The bill will be heard in the Senate Judiciary Committee meeting today, where lawmakers will determine the next steps. Governor Larry Roden has endorsed that bill. And that is the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley.